Hey everybody, this is Rudy Sarzer from Quiet Riot, and you're listening to Tom and Zeus on the Shout It Out Loud cast.
Oh boy. Here we go. This is Gene Simmons.
Put that cookie down.
Kiss.
Stop pressing the button.
Stockbroker Simmons.
Star? Paul Stanley. Is that what he does? Stop shouting. Ace Frehley. He's not what you would call a handsome man. Oh no, here come the kiss times.
Is that a positive thing? Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna grab me an ice cold mellow yellow.
Why? Why do that to the fan? Stop it. Why? Because fuck them. That's all.
What are you talking about?
617-525-0850. You do? Hey, fucko. Do you like Kiss?
Settle down.
Hello. Hey, what's up there, Kiss Army? Tom and Zeus, another episode of Shout It Out Loudcast, episode 343. Each member's worst album.
Oh, wait a minute.
We were on a positive streak for a while, Tom.
That's well, you know what though? We have to come back to our roots. Shitting on Kiss.
God. Well,
it's been a while. We've been, like you said, we've been on a real positive, glowing hot streak. So it's time to get back. It's time to get back.
Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with liking your favorite band and pointing out stuff that you don't like about your favorite band. It's okay.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm excited. I didn't know we could do that.
Well, you know, if you hate everybody in your family and people, you know, maybe you can't. I don't know.
True. I know.
Depends on your perspective on how you see things, whether you're a real person or you're a fake person.
That's accurate. Yeah, we're real. So guess what? We're going to start shitting on the band we love. Yep. I hate what I hate. I like what I like.
Well, last week we surprised a lot of people. We had Doc McGhee on. Yeah. Doc came on, and you would think that either we're the second coming of Walter Cronkite or fucking Pauly Shore. Yeah. It depends on your perspective, I guess, right? So let's go to the poll first.
Okay, so we've said this before. Every time we have an interview, sometimes polls can be tricky, but we tapped into a conversation that we had with Doc about Vegas. And the question was simply, who do you want to see Gene and Paul perform with on stage in Vegas? Bruce, Ace if he makes it, Peter if he makes it, Vinny if he makes it. We know Bruce is going to be there. And to no surprise, Bruce wins the poll at 44%, Ace at 36%, Vinny at 10%, and Peter at 10%. I was surprised by that. I thought more people would want to see Peter. Cody Brunette says, I voted for Private Cusano just because the look on Paul's face would be priceless when he says Vinny's name. Ooh, that would be good. Smith Cool says, I want the jocks, Ace and Peter, to push those two nerds, Gene and Paul, out of the way. And then introduce the return of the Bad Boys tour. Oh, God, that'd be amazing. Oh, God. Yeah, we had some... the comments were fast and furious with this interview for Doc here. Let's see what we have. Oh, geez, Bruce Vicente really going to town here with my Hamas-inspired Doritos AI image. Jesus Christ. Our buddy Todd Herrig. Doc seems to be such a good dude. This picture here is him and I after the last Winnipeg show. I said how much his band meant to me, and he replied, Kiss isn't my band. They're your band. That's cool. That's a really cool picture. That's the one thing I'll say about Doc. Whether you liked his interview or you liked his answer, great guy. We shot the shit with him before and after. It was awesome. Our buddy, the great Thanos Akratides, absolutely brilliant interview. Informative, interactive, and funny. Really could not have asked for more. Exciting to see the possibilities of Vegas. Well done, gentlemen. And then we have another thing here where people like to take screenshots, Zeus, of when they're listening to us on Spotify, and now Spotify transcribes the podcast. So now that we're getting screenshots. So MD took a screenshot of when it says, what I'd like now is for all you fat, out of shape, worldwide kiss cards. Although the transcription says worldwide kiss cards.
Oh, okay.
Help Fight Cancer says, amazing. The guests you are getting keep getting better and better. Great interview. Philip Schreiber says, just finished. Fantastic interview, guys. Thanks. Brandon Crabb says, great work, lad. I know Doc was working with the legendary Mick Wall on his autobiography. Hopefully we get to read the results one day. Yeah, we had Mick Wall on the show, too. That guy is amazing. Riddle of Steel says, please ask Doc if there was any talk of a Black Sabbath type farewell. Yeah, we did that, and he didn't really answer that. And then, of course, somebody uses a GIF of the Keanu Reeves character from Matrix dodging all the bullets, and he says, picture Doc dodging the Eric Singer question. Well, like we said, we had to get those questions out there or we wouldn't have felt responsible. So he answered the way he chose to answer. Zeus, that's what we got on the world of Twitter this week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to read our comments, too, from the social media accounts that I usually do. But I do want to add, though, look, it's interesting because people expect us to be like, well, it's either like, oh, great questions. You guys asked him all the stuff. We asked him the questions we wanted to ask. Okay. We know he's a talker. So if we just said, so Doc, tell us what's going on with Kiss, we probably get one more question in.
That would have been the interview. Yep. Yeah.
We'd probably get one question because he'd filibuster the whole thing.
Yep.
So we try to ask questions that were kind of like, give us your answer. And almost to the point where it was a cross-examination where the question needed to be answered. It couldn't give him much lee room to move. But he is so gifted that he got around a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
But you're not going to go back to him and get it into push back and get to a fight with him. That's not the answer we want, Doc. No, you got to tell us Paul Stanley fucking lip syncs.
Yeah, it's not a gotcha. It's not a gotcha interview.
Yeah, we try to get as much as we can from him and leave it to the point that we can get him back at some point because he enjoyed his time with us. So, there was some stuff that we're like, what are you going to do? I mean, that's how he answered it. You can't push back. It is what it is. So,
and the other thing, real quick, before Zeus takes over here, it's you also have to be mindful that there is a major Kiss event coming up. So he doesn't want to spill too much. If he knows, he doesn't want to, make stuff up or imply. Let the event play out. Like Zeus said, we'll have him back, and we'll see how Vegas shakes out, and maybe he can follow up on some of those questions now that the event is transpired. But we had to ask him certain things, and we knew that we may not get the answer that we wanted. But that's not kind of how interviews work.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. So over on the Book of Face, LP Sterlino. Been a while, buddy. Well, you guys never fail to surprise me. No 100 teasers and trailers. You just dropped this for us out of nowhere. Other pods would have formed this a year ahead of time for traction. No need, buddy. Take it for what it is. If you're looking for it, you'll find it. So,
absolutely true.
Gen X Jace, in other words, Jason Warden. Wow, just wow. You guys keep delivering, investing time, and definitely producing results. Congrats, my friends. The great Tom Selleck. Excellent interview, guys. He almost got me excited about Vegas. But then I remembered this is Kiss speak. He is even better than Paul when measuring his answers. I think Doc is better at it because he responds quicker and he seems more off the top of his head. Great point.
Good analysis. Good analysis.
Yeah. Bobby Kenner writes, guys, I don't know any other way to accept this. I'm damn proud to be a Loudcaster and support you guys any way I can. What you guys have built with the podcast is on another level, is a prime example of what a white whale get with Doc. Keep kicking ass. I know you will. Josh Brown. And an interview like this is why I shout out Loudcast, the #1 Kiss podcast. There is no comment that needs to be said other than that. Well, yep. And we have the numbers to prove it. And it's not even close. Jeff Wyatt writes, love this episode. You guys did an excellent job of interviewing Doc. You asked questions that I, as a huge Kiss fan, would ask him. I also like the fact that you two are honest with your thoughts on the band and aren't afraid to call it like you see it. I think Doc has been great for Kiss. I always enjoy what he has to say. Thank you for a great podcast.
Love it.
This probably should have been cover of the week, but I'm going to read it anyways. Brian Robinson. Great interview with Doc McGhee. So funny, Zeus, pointing out how boring it would be to speculate who will be performing at the Kennedy Center Honors to honor Kiss and who will bow out. PRC in Brandville did that just this week for an hour. It was a snore fest. Some of their suggestions were ridiculous. Lady Gaga, Dolly Parton, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And he has a laughing emoji, all while claiming they're the number one Kiss podcast over and over. The joke is old and tired.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
we get there.
We get it.
Yeah, I am. No, we are. No, yeah. Yeah, neither of you guys are. And it's not even close.
We
if
get
you
it.
are, then put up your numbers and we'll show yours and we'll see who's laughing.
Yeah, exactly. And when it comes to speculation, the only time we do that is when a question of the week asks us to speculate, because we know that speculation is quite boring.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that's just nothing that interests me. I find
Me
that
too.
Fucking
I agree.
Boring as all hell, and it ain't because those guys talked about it. I just have no interest in guessing stupid shit, especially when you add the political aspect of it. If 99% of the people they probably mentioned wouldn't show up because Trump is just not in Trump's presidency. He's fucking hosting the event this time.
Correct.
So if he's hosting the event, you think he's going to hand the mic over to Taylor Swift and she's like, "Oh, hi."
It's a third rail for a lot of artists.
Yeah, it's bad enough he's the president.
The way it is. Yep.
You think they'd be on the stage with him? They would never do that.
Yeah, you'll have Trace Adkins and Ted Nugent, and that'll be it.
No, Kid Rock is going to be the one probably because he's the.
I'm not kidding either when I say that.
No, exactly. Kid Rock and maybe some country art. Travis Tritt.
By the way, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Not Trace Adkins. Yeah, not Trace Adkins.
Adkins is a big Republican too.
I like him though, but I like him though.
No,
his Kid Rock with his version of Great Expectations, like
exactly. His Kid Rock
with the ball, the bang, diggy.
Fucking Margaret Crawford, fucking Simpson, whatever the fucking guy, the other guy that is being awarded. Kid Rock's gonna do his version of fucking Phantom of the Opera. Like it's the only Republican guy or country guy will do it. That's all.
Oh God.
Let's go to Loudcasters. Mike Murphy says, in quotes, "A lot of us are doing this for free," and he puts in end quote. "Great interview, but I need a shower after that." All right, so I'll address that one.
We were going to jump on that, but again, that's not what the interview was about. But go ahead, Zeus.
But he's saying that because they're all on service contracts with Pop-Outs, so
Correct.
they have to show up.
That's
so it's
right.
what he's kind of like. Yeah, I'm actually doing it for free. No, you're in a service contract, and they said you have to show up there. You're not getting a specific check for that.
Exactly. That's right.
You can say that. It's like fucking Trump saying, "Yeah, I'm not accepting a presidential salary." Dude, you're making billions off being president.
Right.
Shut the fuck up. The fact that you're not taking $200,000 is what matters. Come on. I mean, just fucking semantics, stupid shit.
Very stupid shit.
Frank Anzalone. Wow. I got up to take a piss at 2 a.m.
Oh, thanks.
I was right there with you, brother, probably. And then 3 a.m. and then 5 a.m. Yeah.
Let's start doing 2 a.m. piss live streams for our Patreon people.
Let's do emergency piss streams at 3 a.m.
How about a 20-minute piss fix? That made me laugh.
A new pencil sharpener. What are we doing, people? What are we doing? I saw the notification on this episode of my podcast app. I was so stoked for this. I immediately listened, often laughing, even waking my wife. Fellas, I cannot be prouder of the two of you. Hands down, the best interview of Doc that I've heard. Again, no bullshit, no tap dancing. You asked the difficult questions where others who interviewed Doc would just toss up softballs. That first question about who is Kiss right now, fucking beyond brilliant. That was my partner, Tom. So the Vegas questions are giving me hope that this could turn into something special, which is getting me excited about going again. Doc was great too, provided some solid answers. I actually believed this time. Thanks so much for this one. Congrats on landing the white whale. He's not our white whale, but it was nice to have
He's
him.
close. He's close. He's in there.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely somebody to check off the list that we've wanted for a while.
Yeah.
My white whale is Tracy Lords, but we'll get to her.
Oh.
So Tracy, is it true? Were you drunk on cock? Was that true? Can you talk to us about that?
Oh, my white whale right now is Nelly Quarter on a fucking on the greens. Oh,
feed that woman some nachos for God's sakes.
Oh, and one of those little female golf short skirts. Oh, just those long legs, just Ooh! Gotta get a 9-iron. I don't know why I just did a fucking Herta.
Hold on a second. It's been years since Herta has made an appearance. I just had like a flashback from like episode 12.
I don't know why.
Oh, you boys have forgotten about me. You're too big for your britches now. Herta's not important for you. Okay.
Oh, you boys
I see.
Are gross.
You boys are gross. No more cleaning up shit for you anymore.
Oh, where is Mr. Feces? Ooh. Oh, now I got Herta
right here.
Voice in fucking Nelly Quarter. Oh, God, what am I doing?
Herta, since you're here, there's a couple things I need you to take care of out back.
Herta, make sure you get my poo-poo undies.
I've been using that hot tub as a washing machine. It's not really working out the way I hoped.
Oh, granola bar. I left the whole one right in my fucking tiny whities. It came out all pretty chunky. It hurt.
Oh, how do we just go from Herta to shitting in a hot tub? Jesus.
Shitting no granola bars.
Welcome, new listeners.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, I have a headache now.
Michael Jude Grimes from Grimies in fucking legendary place in Nashville. We love him. Now realize that my Saturday mornings were occupied by car talk on NPR, and now Tom and Zeus is my new car talk, but talking Kiss in place of cars. The best. Grimy, you're the best, brother. Charles, don't call me Mark Eaton. I absolutely love this interview with Doc. It's much about what he didn't say than what he does, as you both pick up on. He's a manager of decisions, schedules, events, and difficult people. Now, of course, he wasn't perfectly honest about everything if he wants to keep his job with Kiss. He knows he can't be. Doc is very much a politician saying what we, in parentheses, the fans, want to hear. He's as behind the scenes as Paul and Gene until Eric and Tommy are no longer under contract. We won't hear anything more candid than this. Describing our band, the wheels and cogs that make it work. One of your best interviews yet. You guys are able to pull out all the info we've been wondering about. Can't tell you how much I hung on every question, every word. Just finished my third listen.
Jesus.
I'd like to see Doc promote himself by holding a Q&A at the upcoming Vegas event.
He is.
Doc in Vegas. More SIOL content.
Thank you. And by the way, I'm pretty sure that Doc is doing that. He does them on the cruises. He does a Q&A with him on stage, and there's like him and an interviewer, and they fire away. And I believe he's doing that in Vegas as well. So,
dude, I somehow while I've been talking, you know how like the phone can, if you press the wrong button, it records the conversation.
Don't tell me you've been recording the episode the entire time on your phone.
It almost went out to a fucking client. I almost pressed it, and it was starting off with granola bars and shit in my pants.
Holy shit,
thank
dude.
God I hit delete. I almost texted that to a client. Yikes. Woo. Anyway, back to this. Michael Farrow adds, Tom, that interview with Doc is fantastic. Gee, thanks, Tom.
I know, what the hell?
For not sticking
We
with
both
the
did it.
cookie cutter questions. You and George had well thought out points untouched, which were executed with professionalism. Thankfully, Doc didn't shy away from the subject matter that is important to us all. Some details couldn't be revealed understandably. That being said, well done, guys. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
John Whiteman
put
out Ace's face on the hot and shade fucking image.
Oh, the candle. the candle. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Denise Sorelli writes, wow, what a time to come off of Facebook probation.
Oh, no, the poor thing.
That's probably why she's been fucking...
I was going to say, I wonder if she...
This was great. Doc was using a lot of the KISS language, which is blah, 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 blah. But you guys asked him the tough questions we all wanted to know. Right from the start, Tom went right in. Doc must have known this wasn't a Kiss Pencil podcast.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Gotta take her shots. So proud of you guys. Now I'll try to behave so I don't get put away permanently on Facebook. Those COVID Facebook groups makes Kiss seem like a picnic.
Oh,
dude, can you imagine if she was on those fucking pages? Good fucking Lord. No wonder.
It's funny that, so that explains. She was quiet for a while, and I was like, God damn, maybe she just kind of got busy, but nope, suspended.
Yeah, I don't know. You should ask Jepsen about that kind of shit. The fucking king of that shit. Let's go over to Blue Sky and see what we got there. Wobbly Magoo adds, well, that was a surprisingly candid chat. Unless it wasn't, it was a clever bit of subliminal negotiations and hiding in plain sight. Okay. Occam Razor says, love that he chose Long Way Down as one of his favorite songs. E pluribus unum, welcome back. I fucking no idea. Matt Murphy adds, great job, guys. Great balance between asking real questions and staying respectful. The revelation that they watch film like a football team blew me away. Great point that he brought up.
Yep.
I don't buy that shit. I'm going to be honest with you.
Go ahead.
Do you buy it that they do that?
Probably
I'd say they did it maybe once or twice. Yeah. Why? Yeah. It's the same show for the last fucking 4 or 5 years.
I agree.
What are they changing? Well, Paul, step more to the right when Gene is singing Cold Chin.
So I was going to say, and again, this wasn't going to turn into a confrontation with Doc.
Yeah.
But when he said that, I wanted to be like, why did you do this every night when every night was the same?
Yeah, what did you change? I didn't see anything.
What were you doing? Were you just acknowledging the fact that everything you did was the same?
Why would you watch it over and over again unless you're watching whether they sang according to how it's supposed to go?
Correct. Yeah.
Reds fan Cham. I can't tell what the fucking way this guy. You guys are on fire. What a run of shows. I've especially loved the MVP episodes, but hope one of you would have picked Ace as the MVP of The Elder because he tried to talk him out of doing it. This is shaping up to be the best year yet.
Oh, thank you.
Well, appreciate that. Let's go over to YouTube. Joseph Kiss Sr. This is probably the best interview I've heard with Doc. You guys directly asked all the questions we wanted to answer. He didn't always have a direct answer, but at least you had the balls to ask tough questions. Great work, fellas.
Thank you.
Marty Martin. Such bull. We're doing this for free, he says. What he really means is that you're already paid up front by Pop-Out's deal. Yeah, which we said.
Exactly.
Are now obligated to appear at some of these events now. They don't jam because they play the tracks.
Oh, boy.
By the way, I love this podcast. You guys are the best at what you do, regardless of what topics you are talking about. Ye are smart, witty, intelligent, most of all, honest in your thoughts and opinions. Much appreciated, Marty.
Well, thank you.
Kiss FAQ, those guys over there. Good interview with Doc. Much appreciated. Tip of the hat to you guys. Montreal 3944. What a fantastic episode, guys. Oh, Noah couldn't get the boat. McGhee can certainly talk, but you guys were able to squeeze in the questions that needed to be asked. His answers about Eric's role in Vegas and whether Ace and Peter invited seem legit. And who knows, maybe Paul and the gang are hanging around the dressing room till 2 a.m. after the show. But it's hard to believe they're discussing whether to replace Shout It Out Loud with Watching You on the set list. Great point. By that time, Paul is in bed dreaming of whether he should add some Tropicana juice to his Trader Joe's gelato sauce for his pasta lunch. His excitement about the upcoming show with the Kiss avatars makes me think Pop-Outs will offer each evening's ticket buyers opportunity to choose the set list, display 3 or 4 songs, have the audience pick which one they want to see or hear, and voila, the avatars go ahead and play it. Even the most diehard Kiss tard or avatar can finally hear some deep cuts. Kudos again, boy, for an interesting show. Much appreciated,
thank you,
buddy. Tom, I'm handing it back to you.
All right, let's look at some Spotify comments. Again, you can comment directly on Spotify, which is a lot of fun. Coach Jim 33. Great interview, guys. I really enjoyed Doc's take on the current Kiss situation and what the future might hold. His non-answer about the original 4 being in Vegas together holds a glimmer of hope for us longtime Kiss tards. Now the fact that the group sits down after every show and reviews how it went and what changes might be necessary begs one much-needed question. Why the fuck was the set list hardly ever changed? Yes, of course. DJ Clark 66. Great interview, T&Z. Informative and entertaining. Very much looking forward to your interview with Chip Magoo next. All right. Mr. V, was there anything Doc didn't want to discuss prior to the interview? Absolutely not. In fact, we did a little pre-interview, and he said, whatever you want, I'm here, so fire away.
Yeah,
Nope.
we said to him that we're going to, sometimes we're pretty blunt, and we criticize a few things about the band, and he's like, you know what, guys, do what you got to do. No problem.
Exactly. Alexander Peterson says, great show as always, Tom and Zeus. I've been listening to the show for more than 2 years and finally decided to become a Patreon. Looking forward to many more years of your shows. Well, thank you, Alexander. We're going to hear from you again very soon, so thank you for that. Les Croutons says, great work. The #1 KISS podcast having management on. Can't wait to hear. Telling you 2026, you will have Gene Simmons on the show. Well, from your lips to God's ears, Les.
You're in the KISS business, baby.
100%. That's right, baby. Woodbury says, great interview, guys. Asked all the right questions and got some great answers. Good job. When Doc said Gene and Paul are an odd couple, my mind immediately went to the sitcom. Yes, we remember that. My dad used to watch that all the time, The Odd Couple. I cracked up, and I would have loved for you guys to have dived into that. Keep it up. I look forward to every episode, including Dorm Damage. Woo, thank you, Woodbury. Let's look over at Instagram. Our buddy Steve Brown. Love the Doc. Merlin PC says, did Doc get a discount for that meet and greet? My first laugh of the day. Keep rocking. Okay. Abusement says, I've heard Doc interviewed many times before and usually find myself disappointed until this morning. Right out of the gate, it was obvious this was going to be a unique episode. The questions asked were direct, thoughtful, and exactly what the fans wanted to hear. Doc seemed to be more comfortable with you and shared more than I've heard him before. This is why I continue to listen. SIOL is at the top, but keeps climbing up the KISS ladder. Nailed it. Ooh, all right. Thank you. Balban, 1986. What more can you say about Doc that hasn't already been said? He's rock and roll royalty. Great interview. Our buddies over at Pod of Thunder. Great get, guys. Well, thank you. Our buddies over at Cobras and Fire podcast, Baco and those guys. You guys are closing in on getting Gene and Paul. I don't know. Again, your lips to God's ears.
Isn't it nice that some podcasts can appreciate us, Tom?
Yeah, there's a camaraderie amongst them. We congratulate each other when things go well. It's nice.
we don't.
It's unique.
There's no jealousy and hatred, except for one show out there. But it's just nice to see that doesn't have to be like that, right?
Can I get an amen?
Amen, Paul.
Jesus, Paul. Amen, brother. Thad Zilka says, looks like the KISS Army has found their secret weapon. Who knew managing a band could come with so much face paint and rock and roll drama? Can't wait to hear the stories behind those legendary tour shenanigans. Well, Thad, thank you for the comment, but I'm not sure you got exactly what you wanted from that interview, but maybe down the road you will. And let's take a look over here. We'll wrap up with a couple of emails. Shout it out Loudcast Hall of Famer, the great ABCPA Inc. man, Anthony Barone. Guys, congratulations on getting Doc McGhee to come on your podcast and answer for an hour plus. This is why you have the #1 KISS podcast. It was great to hear about all the interworkings of KISS. I'm not sure how much of that is accurate because some things would have changed, but it is sure great to hear Doc's passion, and it all reminds us why we love this band. Keep up the great hard work for giving us, the listeners, great entertainment on a weekly basis. And then I love his signature, Tony, ABCPA Inc. 2023 Hall of Fame. That's right, brother.
But I want to add to
Please
that
do.
in the sense that, look, we know that we just said recently, we just said previously, we didn't have time because he'll filibuster. So we wanted to ask the specific questions we had. So Tom and I went over. We don't usually do homework, but we did a little homework here because we wanted to make sure we got the ones we wanted in.
Yeah,
so
we wanted to maximize our time.
Questions like, what's your favorite band that you managed? I don't give a fuck who he likes between the Scorpions, Skid Row, and Bon Jovi. I don't want to hear about this.
I don't either.
We have limited time to talk to KISS manager. This is a KISS show. We're going to ask him KISS specific questions, not going to fucking throw up softball so he can filibuster about stuff that I don't give a fuck about. So
100%.
No offense.
That's right.
But anyways.
Yep. Nope. That's great. Scott Greer, just wow. A fantastic get, and this episode did not disappoint. Doc obviously can't say some things, and I bet once he's retired or no longer employed by the band, he would say more. Zeus, like you, I was glad to hear Peter was a joy to work with when the reunion started and worked hard. Kudos to you both for asking the questions that we would want to ask and doing so in a professional manner to be respectful of the guest like always and being realistic to know what he would answer. Some Kiss Todd would surely want to say, hey, fucko, that end of the road tour was shit and Paul didn't change a damn thing. I know that and you know that. Doc knows that. But he's not going to call Paul out or anyone associated with the band while he still has a job to do now and in the future. Another fan-fucking-tastic episode you two never cease to deliver for the Loudcasters. Woohoo! Thank you, Scott. Love hearing that.
Yeah, the thing that we came close to on that, the closest we did is, I mean, I said it right to his face. Like 75% of the people that walked out in Madison Square Garden were like, what the fuck was that? We're not happy. Yep. Right to his face. And he said, yeah, he admitted. He goes, yeah, that was me. Yep, I understand. And he heard, and I said, you heard that? He goes, yeah, I did. So he admitted that he knows that fucking everybody hated that show. What more should we do? Should just fucking compound it and just batter him down again? No. Do you really understand how much it sucked?
Exactly. No, it's true. It's true. Daniel Davis. Doc talked in circles a couple times and also gave a couple of hints without saying something he shouldn't have. Overall, I really liked the interview. So great job, T&Z. And I also think Doc, with all of his years of management, really helped keep the band going over the past 3 decades. But I'm also surprised Gene and Paul signed with him, giving his past smuggling indiscretions.
Yeah.
I know.
I've heard him talk about that shit on different podcasts.
I know.
Rehash that story.
Yeah. Oh, and then he insults us as Red Sox fans by saying, once again, like Bucky Dent, you knocked it out of the park. Thanks for that. Thank you for all your hard work on all the shows, and I can't wait for the Born to Run ARC episode. There will never be Bruce Springsteen on the show, I can promise you that. And if fucking the Patreons think they're going to vote it, it'll be overrun. Anyways,
and by the way, Tom, we also didn't choke like Mariano Rivera did in 2004. So go ahead.
Keep up the great work, fellas. Until next time, keep kneeling before the God of Thunder.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we got a ton of other great comments here, but we're going to move it along, and I'm going to give it back to Zeus to wrap up feedback for this week.
Thanks, buddy. So over on Facebook, I'm going back to the great Scott Wheeler.
Yeah.
Great stuff, guys. As soon as I saw this episode drop, I knew I had to jump in and listen. Of course, I had at least 5 questions pop in my head that I was hoping you would ask, and you nailed them all. While some people may not be happy with the answers, this isn't a gotcha type setting where you could twist his arm and just squeeze out the answer you want. I love the way you work with him and let him talk. This is why you're number one. Well, Scott, thank you for getting it and, basically stating what we've been trying to say too, and being a longtime listener. And we appreciate you, buddy. And for that, my friend, you are once again comment of the week.
Good answer. I like the way you think. We're going to be watching you.
Great stuff, buddy. Love it. Thank you so much. You get it, and we really appreciate that. That does not go unnoticed, so thank you, my friend.
Speaking of getting it, Tom, we're going to go over to Patreon.
Yeah.
Well, the Patreon pick is basically done for coming up for ARC. So thank you, but please feel free to join so you can jump in and become part of the Patreon family. But this week, we need to say thank you to the previously mentioned Alexander Peterson, who joins us as a Catman member. So Alexander, thank you so much. We love that you joined the family. Thank you for the message on our board and the DM we got from you, and for the previous message that Tom just read. Joining Patreon, you're part of a new person, part of our family, and you're going to love it. And Patreon is where you can contribute and help out the show under the 4 tiers that we have, the lowest starting at $3. So come join the Patreon family, subscribe. And you basically do that by going to our website at shoutitoutloudcast.com.
Go to him.
And on the website, you'll see the Patreon icon. Click on that and join. And pick one of the tiers that fits your needs. But basically, Patreon is there to help us out. And with it helping us out, you get perks, video chats, merch. You get part of the ARC pick. involvement, Flashback Fridays, polls, all sorts of stuff. If you want to join, go again to the website or patreon.com or Patreon the app. Look for creators, shout out Loudcast. Join and become part of the family. And thank you to our Patreon family. You guys, we're well over 100 members and we're kicking ass. And thank you to anybody out there that's thinking about it. Come join. Be part of the family.
Absolutely. Alexander Peterson, huge thank you. So excited to have you part of the new Patreon family. Love it, my friend. So thank you. Everybody out there, whether you've been here for a week, a day, years, we love you so much. And thank you. Your generosity never goes unappreciated. So thank you for all that. Please, you hear us talk about it every week. If you're interested, click on the link on our website, download the app, search for us, and join the party. It keeps growing. So thank you. And again, a special thanks this week to Alexander Peterson.
So, Tom, we're going to go over to Kiss World right now. Yeah, we're very sophisticated over here. We got like high tech and shit like that. You know.
Hey, that's what we do. But yeah, this is truly one of the real cricket weeks. Just really nothing going on. Nothing. Which is fine because then it gives us time to dive deep into our topic a little bit sooner than normal. But I'm sure there'll be plenty of news in the future. But right now, it's just one of those dead weeks. So it's part of life.
Yeah. So we're going to do what we normally do, and that is take a quick little break.
Stop. Don't talk anymore. Yeah, I've been looking at the... Hello?
Easiest way to get a laugh.
Oh, it's cheap pop. I'm sorry. I know.
It's amazing.
You know what else it is, Tom?
It's sad and even pathetic.
Sorry, Gene.
Oh, God, I love it.
So we're going to do worst album for each member. We did the best.
We have to.
10 members, 10 different albums. Hopefully, we'll see. Pretty simple. We'll start with the guy that was on the least albums. Mark St. John, Tom, what's his worst album?
It's the same as his best. Animalize. Poor guy was on one album.
Yeah.
So
the next guy we're going to go to, Tommy Thayer.
Okay, so this is not fair because he played on 2 albums.
Well, 3 if you want to go to cycles. He wasn't credited when he came out. It is now, we all know.
Right. I'm going with the guys that were like on the album per se. That's how I'm going to do it. But there's going to be a lot of caveats in this discussion we've talked about. Look, I love Tommy as a guitar player. I think he's incredible. I think he sounds amazing on Sonic Boom and on Monster. But I gave him Sonic Boom as his best album. So I have to give him Monster as his worst. Just, because I just don't want to sound stupid by giving him the best and the worst like I did with Mark. He only had 1 album. But I think his guitar playing on Monster is good. I just think he's better on Sonic Boom, and I don't like Sonic Boom. But I think his guitar, especially his solo on Modern Day Delilah, Tommy on Monster, he's good because I think the music on that album isn't bad. But I'm going to have to give it to him for Monster.
So I'm going to go different, Tom. I am going to take Psycho Circus that he played on.
That's fine.
He's a part of that. I like his guitar work on some of the songs, especially Hello Hallelujah on Monster.
Me too.
Some good solos and some stuff.
Yeah.
And he sang on that album too, and he's got a song I like. So
I agree. I love Out of This
So
World.
I'm just going to look at it. When I think of Psycho Circus, I do not think of solos, or guitar riffs. I think it's a mishmash of songs on there. So as far as the Tommy part, I would probably say that's his least album that he's
maybe.
part of. So so technically I could say it's Hot in the Shade because didn't he have a song on there, like songwriting credit?
Yeah, but I'm just sticking to the rules that we use for
I know.
best.
Like he performed on it and something like that.
Yeah, but again, worst is trickier than best, in my opinion. This is a terrible thing to process to go through.
So then if that's the case, I'm going to stick with Psycho Circus because he did perform on it, though.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Right. So let's then go Eric Singer.
Okay, this was a little bit easier because his best one was Revenge, although Carnival of Soul could have been there too from his playing. I think Sonic Boom is the worst Kiss album, so unfortunately, Eric Singer is going to have to bear the brunt of my judgment on that, and Sonic Boom gets the call. He's got that terrible song on that album. At least with Monster, there are some kick-ass songs. He's got a terrible song on that too. All for the Whatever. They both fucking have the same title. At least Monster does have Hella Hallelujah. I like Take Me Down Below, Back to the Stone Age, some songs that kind of rip a little bit harder. I don't like Sonic Boom at all, so by default, that's what Eric gets.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I was contemplating it. It's definitely not Revenge.
No.
So I almost feel like he had a little bit more involvement in Carnival of Souls, and I don't think Carnival of Souls lacks because of the drumming on that album.
The drumming's badass.
Yeah, so I can't give him that. So then I got to go to the last two albums, and I think Monster sounds worse than Sonic Boom, so I'm going to take Eric Singer and Monster.
Okay, makes perfect sense.
Right? So that's where I'm going. So
makes perfect sense.
The next fewest guy I would probably guess would be what? Vinnie Vincent?
Yeah, which is tricky here because this is the problem here. Because you don't worst is a term that we're using here, but Lick It Up is absolutely not it. Because the fucking album's amazing.
And he wrote so many of the songs.
And he wrote so many things on it. So by default, I mean, it's not that I don't like the album. I think it's overrated. I know everybody loves it, including Zeus, and I have it ranked low. So I guess by default, I'm going to go with Creatures of the Night.
Tom, I'm going to go with you on that. I'm not going to rank Revenge as his worst because he wrote 3 great songs. So I can't, there's nothing bad about anything he did. And plus, he didn't perform on it.
Right.
So it's hard to kind of figure out what it is. So it's basically, what do I like better? Lick It Up or Creatures of the Night? By default, it's Creatures of the Night because I like Lick It Up better.
Exactly.
Is fucking, his work on that's brilliant.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Is it really his worst? It's his least best. I would call
that's
it
exactly, that's how I'm looking at this. Least best. Right.
Right. So I'm going with Creatures.
Okay.
Tom, the next one is, I would guess, Eric Carr.
Yep. This was easy just by default because of the whole bullshit with the drum machine. Even though we both love this album, he just got screwed by the band, maybe Paul in particular here. And I'm going to go Hot in the Shade.
So this is tough for me because he actually has a song and I like his song.
I agree. Yep. But in terms of drumming, he gets robbed on this.
Yeah, I mean, so I think the drums on Killers are pretty good. Music from the Elder is good, and you have some song credits there. So you stock, it definitely ain't Creatures. I think he's great on Lick It Up. He's got some song credits there. Animalize, I love the drums, Heaven's on Fire and other stuff. I think he's great on that. And so I'm going down the list. I'm like, Asylum, I don't have a problem with that. I hate giving it to him on Hot in the Shade because he has a song that he sings on there. He's awesome.
I agree with you.
The problem is the drum machines and shit.
Yep.
So, again, rough. It sucks, but I'm going to go Hot in the Shade as well. I
put it this way. It's almost not fair to call that his worst because he's not. It's kind of counterintuitive because he's not playing on it because we're blaming the drum machine. I guess I'm picking Hot in the Shade almost to defend Eric, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like sideways. You know what I mean?
The sidecar smashed into the pole and everything. I'm trying to tell you. All right, Tom. So let's go to our buddy Bruce. What do you think?
Well, kind of the same thing. And it's not because I don't love Hot in the Shade, because I do. I just think this is another one where it's not necessarily Bruce's fault. The production doesn't sound great. His solos, he just doesn't sound great. And I feel bad because that's not his fault. He's playing the way Bruce knows how to play. But he sounds amazing on Asylum. He kills it on Crazy Nights. He's incredible on Revenge and Carnival of Souls and all those. So again, it's
Carnival.
Almost like
he's the director basically of Carnival.
Right. I mean, it's almost like a default album here where I feel like I'm penalizing him because of the poor production, kind of like I'm penalizing Eric because of the drum machine. But that's the nature of the game here. So, like you said, something has to be least best. So I'm going to go Hot in the Shade.
I'm with you. Same thing.
Yeah.
It's by default.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's nothing really that Bruce is poor on.
Never.
Like that, you're like, he wasn't that good on that album. Oh,
nope.
There's not much there. Because Hot in the Shade still has that Forever solo.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
And he's got some writing credits, I believe, somewhere in there.
Yep.
It's just, compared to the others, it's not as good.
Yep.
Now, let's go to the original guys.
Yeah, let's have some fun here.
Let's go to Peter.
Okay. So Zeus and I were talking about this. So there's a couple of things here where I have two for each member here because of kind of a different rules. We like to have fun here. So for Peter, the easy one I'm going to go with is Psycho Circus. And that's because it's got that horrendous, dreadful song on it. I finally found my way right off the bat.
On it either.
Exactly. So, and then that's the flip side. Like, how much involvement did he had? I mean, we know he sang on "You Wanted the Best," and he sang on "I Finally Found My Way." So that's kind of the easy thing. But Zeus and I was saying, let's make this a little bit more fun and a little bit trickier, and pick like a classic era album that we think is the worst.
Yeah, because even Dynasty, he didn't play on it. Unmasked, he doesn't play at all on it.
Right. So I'm gonna ruffle some feathers here, and this is kind of doesn't make sense because he's got a vocal on it. But again, I feel like I'm penalizing him the way I was penalizing Bruce in terms of production value. I'm going to say Hotter Than Hell.
Wow. Okay.
Because if I'm going to classic, because he didn't play on Dynasty, and he has Dirty Living. Now I know he has Strange Ways. But again, it's like putting a gun to my head. I'll be honest with you, the other one I almost picked, and I couldn't because it's my favorite album, and he has a vocal on that too, was Love Gun. But I'm like, well, that makes no sense. What did he do wrong on Love Gun? So I think it's a testament to how much I love Peter that I can't pick a worst album.
All right. So Peter, for me, I would probably go with, I like Dirty Living. So
do I.
The original Classic 6. I would go Love Gun easily.
That's what I was going to go with.
I don't like fucking what do you call it?
But you don't like Hooligan. Exactly.
I don't like Hooligan. And drum wise, I think they're all pretty good. I just think that Love Gun is the least good.
Okay. I don't have a problem with that.
So that's what I have. But if I had a pick, the cheesiest thing I'd say is, he didn't perform on Unmasked. And he's on the cover and he couldn't play. So Tom, to you, we're going with Ace.
Okay, I'm not picking Psycho Circus here because I love Into the Void. I think it's a great song. And, of course, he's got that famous legendary quote in You Wanted the Best. Zeus, what does he sing?
Because it's not your place.
Exactly, right there. That should have been his best album just for that. So, again, this is by default. There are not any memorable shredding solo. Now, there are solos here, but when I looked at all of the original 6 albums here, plus he gets penalized because Dick Wagner jumped in on this album with the production. I'm putting Destroyer here.
Oh,
I know. I literally went through every album and I was like, these solos rip, these solos rip, these solos rip. He's got a vocal here. He's got a vocal there. I know. And so I just say, I know.
You better do your homework.
You better do your homework, Tom.
Plus, he's got a song on Beth where he doesn't play at all. So, I know.
All right, Tom. All right. It ain't Unmasked because he sings 3 songs. It ain't Dynasty because he sings 3 songs. I think Psycho Circus is a cop-out if I do it that way.
Yep.
Yeah, Tom, believe it or not, I'm going to agree with you.
See?
Yeah. Even the guitar solo on Detroit Rock City that's so famous, fucking what's his name played it for him and told him play it like this, note for note.
Plus, no
Ezra
offense,
fucking played that for him.
And no offense, it sonically sounds good, but it's not great. It's not like the Making Love solo or like the Shock Me solo.
I just think he's better on those other ones.
Yeah,
This is a default worse.
100%. Yep.
So I'm going Destroyer as well. Tom, let's
Okay.
go to Paul.
Okay, Paul, we said this before. Easy, if you're looking through the entire discography, for me it's Carnival of Souls. He is unlistenable on that album.
Ditto. So
Yeah.
it's not even worth the discussion. He sucks.
So let's go look classic era. Maybe it's I don't know. Again, it's very difficult because we love Paul. I'm going Harder Than Hell again. And that's because those 3 songs, to me, Harder Than Hell, the title track, sucks. Coming Home on that album, it sucks. It's great on MTV Unplugged. Got to Choose, tremendously overrated, not great. It sounds great on a live. So he's got 3 vocals there, and I don't think they're great. So that was the default pick for me.
You're going to think I'm copying you, but I'm going to agree with you.
No, I believe. Yeah.
I just feel that those songs, there's nothing really go-to there for me, for Paul.
Those songs live because of Alive.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. And I just don't, like, they're nothing that I would specifically go to. So, it's Harder Than Hell from the classic albums.
Okay.
The songs I would go to on that album, I like Let Me Go Rock and Roll Live. I like Watching You. I like Mainline. Although
Parasite,
he wrote that.
Strange Ways.
All the Way. It's just much better. But what is Paul's songs that stick out? No offense. Coming Home.
By the way, mentioning Main, I failed to mention Mainline when I picked Harder Than Hell. Now I feel terrible picking that album for Peter because he's got 2 vocals on it. But it's a default.
I love that song.
I know it. I know it's a default pick for me.
Paul only sang 3 songs, and one is about as mediocre as the next.
Exactly, 100%. Yep.
So, Tom, let's go to your guy, Gene.
Okay. So spanning the entire catalog, I'm going Animalize. I mean,
dude,
Murder.
People are gonna think we're copying each other, but
no, you know what? We're not copying because some of these are obvious. I mean, Murder in High Heels and Lonely is the Hunter. I mean, I like Burn Bitch Burn because it's funny, but come on, man.
Lonely is the Hunter is the best song out of those, I think. It's fucking While the City Sleeps, Murder in High Heels.
Oh shit, I forgot about While the City
Bitch
Sleeps.
Fucking Burn Bitch Burn.
It's got way too many
shit.
Why has he got so many lead vocals on that?
And Lonely is the Hunter.
Yeah.
Yikes is the best song of them. That's easy. Let's go classic albums. What's
so
the
if we're
worst?
doing are we sticking with the original 6? Because I had him penciled in for Unmasked because I think his songs on Unmasked are not good.
I wouldn't pick that. Yeah, you can say Unmasked.
I mean, I like Naked City, but I think She's So European is okay. You're All That I Want is okay. And I love Unmasked. I really, really struggled picking like an original 6 album.
I like those 3 songs a lot. So that's not it.
I mean, if I was going to pick an original 6 album, honestly, it would be Destroyer because of Great Expectations.
Can't penalize God of Thunder.
I know it's got God of Thunder. Sweet Pain is okay.
I like it. Sweet Pain.
I know it's okay. It's okay, but I'm gonna go with Unmasked just because God of Thunder carries too much weight. As bad as Great Expectations is, God of Thunder is that good.
Jesus, it's hard to pick a Kiss album in the original makeup era that Gene was bad on.
You can't.
Really? I mean,
he's probably the most consistent amongst all of them.
So if I went the debut, he's got too many classics on there. Harder Than Hell, he's the only one who, I like his songs. Yeah. So then I start thinking maybe it's Dressed to Kill, but I love the deep cuts of Two Timer and Ladies in Waiting. Those are just the deep cuts.
Yep.
Never mind Rock and Roll Night, the actual original version. So then I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll take what Tom just did, Destroyer. No, there's no way I'm taking that with God of Thunder and Sweet Pain. No fucking way. I don't care how bad, what do you call it is. Rock and Roll Over, Tom? Really? I'm going to fucking Dr. Love Ladies Room? Love them and leave them?
You don't like See You in Your Dreams.
Okay, that's one song.
I know. I'm just saying.
So what am I doing? Maybe I would say Live 2, Side 2. So then I'll be like, okay, what about going to Dynasty? I really like X-Ray Eyes.
You hate Charisma.
I do not like Charisma.
And it's only 2 songs.
Yeah, so maybe I would say Charisma. I would say Dynasty is his worst.
Yeah. Okay.
Dynasty for Gene.
Okay.
Under the classic ones.
All right, let me put you on the hot seat real quick because we didn't talk about this before. Out of all these picks, which one is the most difficult for you to say that this is this band member's worst album? Which is the most difficult one for you to say?
Paul's was the easiest. When I think of this episode, I think that's the easiest thing because I want to talk about how bad Paul sucked on Carnival of Souls.
Exactly.
It's probably Gene. You heard of us. Just going back and forth trying to figure it out.
So
and then maybe Bruce a little bit or Ace.
Honestly, for me,
it's
probably Peter.
Really?
Because I love him. Peter's my favorite Kiss drummer. Okay. And I love those original albums. And I know he's got 2 songs on Hotter Than Hell. I don't know. I guess, again, like I said before, the same reason I'm penalizing Bruce with production, I'm penalizing Peter with production. That's not fair because on Parasite, he sounds great drumming, and then he's got the 2 vocals, but I don't know, everything else. I'm not going to do the debut, Nothing to Lose in Black Diamond.
You know what I'm not doing?
Go ahead.
Hotter Than Hell when he hits the gong.
Oh,
and he starts going nuts.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not doing Dress to Kill because he's got Getaway, and that's probably his best album drumming. I'm not doing Destroy because he crushes it on Detroit Rock City. He's got Beth. Rock and Roll Over, he's got Hard Luck Woman and Baby Driver. Love Gun, he's got Hooligan. It's my favorite album. So it's a default
pick
easy.
For me. Yeah. It's Love Gun.
No, I know. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to say that too. And I'm not going to fight them on that. I get it. But you know what I like about this? I like that we're both having kind of a hard time with some picks, which shows you how much we love the band, if you believe it or not.
And again, the easiest one to do was Paul's on Carnival because he's so good on everything else. Yeah. And it's actually a compliment to him because you could tell that his heart wasn't into this kind of fucking music. It doesn't suit him.
You bring up a good point. It's probably a compliment to Paul that the easiest pick was Paul.
Because it sticks out. But you know, what's funny is we're probably going to get this. The fuck you talking about? It's music from the Elder. You know, Just a Boy and what do you call it? You know, I know
you might not
silly,
like you might not
the
like
Oath
those
and
songs.
fucking I are fantastic.
I agree.
He's got nothing like that on Carnival to save that.
Plus, if you think Carnival isn't his worst, go back and listen to like Rain and It Never Goes Away and those.
Oh, that song. The pain for listening to that song will never go away. Oh,
I mean, I like Jungle and Master and Slave. I know Zeus does not, but Paul can't. Paul's just terrible.
In the jungle.
The other close thing that we didn't bring up, and we shit on this album all the time, is Crazy Nights. My Way and My Way, I'll fight hell to hold you. But Bang Bang You.
Turn on the Night is just so good. It's hard to penalize in that. It's just funny because, like, I'm the Peter guy, and I found it kind of easier to pick the worst Peter song album than you did.
Well, don't get me wrong. I did let my judgment get clouded because of my love for Love Gun. Because originally my thing was good. It was going to be Love Gun, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to be a baby and dig my heels in.
Peter was not what you'd call an intellectual.
Oh, fuck off, Paul. Give me a break. Fucking Stanley. What an asshole. What a fucking asshole. God.
Oh, you know, he's got his opinion. So, and if you keep that up, Tom,
I'm going to fucking kill you.
I love it. I love it.
Man. So, well, we hope you enjoyed that conversation. Tom, what we do next is we go over to this.
Hey, what is this? 20 fucking questions?
No, it's one question. It's our question of the week. And this comes to us from Alex. This is an interesting one, Zeus. He says, guys, I know you've reviewed every Kiss album on Shout It Out Loudcast, but let's say that Shout It Out Loudcast didn't exist and your only podcast was Album Review Crew. What would be the first Kiss album you would select to review on Album Review Crew, and who would you pick for the third man in? It's a great fucking question. Jeez, we don't get deep thoughts like that one, but thank you. Zeus, what do you think? ARC is our only podcast, and we decided to do a Kiss album.
Destroyer and Eddie Trunk.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
See, I'm surprised you said that because a lot of times we say we don't want to pick great albums. Sometimes we want to pick albums that are kind of fun to pick apart.
No, you think like that. I don't.
Oh,
You
okay.
think
Then
that
you're right.
way.
I'm on an island that I think like that.
No, I'm just saying between the two of us, that's your philosophy. I don't have a problem. I'm just waiting for Patreon people to pick fucking Back in Black, but nobody has. And I don't want to waste my pick on it because I expected them to pick it, but they don't.
Yeah.
They're too busy fucking picking butthole surfers and stupid shit like that are never going to get picked.
I love our Patreons, but God damn you for September. But anyways, for me, honestly, I would do Revenge with Bruce. And we kind of did that when we had the 100th episode Bruce Kulick draft. We kind of dissected each song. I would do Revenge with Bruce.
How do we do that, dude? What are you going to do when you get to Tough Love?
We'll do what you do. Make fun of it and have him defend it. Either that, or I would do.
Yeah, that's cheating. Don't put somebody that's on the album. Pick somebody else.
Okay. All right. Then I would do the debut. And I would probably get not Eddie. No, I would honestly, actually, you know what I would do? I would either get the debut or Love Gun. And I would want to get like somebody that grew up like kind of a diehard, kind of like a Charlie Benante, like a guy that loved Kiss in their heydays, but was like, what's Crazy Nights? Never heard of that album. Charlie, you were on the tour with them. Yeah, I don't remember that.
I don't know that.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know no Godfather. Yeah. Oh, so I used to be in the olive oil business with his father. I don't know anything about that.
Let's say I'll do Love Gun with Charlie. There you go.
Okay. All right. That works. Hey,
that works.
Charlie Benante did this. Charlie Benante did that.
It's us.
Alive. Oh man.
Anyways, great question. Appreciate it. We like those thoughtful questions, and those are kind of the only times that we will do imaginary type scenarios. So thank you for that. Appreciate it.
I had nothing more than a stump on the right side of my head.
Jesus Christ, the fuck did that come from? I love when Zeus just drops these. See, you guys have to understand, if we haven't made this clear, Zeus has the control panel on his head. I have no idea when these sound bites are coming until I hear them.
My dad, meanwhile, had taken to calling me Stanley Fat Ass.
So stupid. I'm
Stanley Fat Ass.
Anyway,
can you imagine looking at your kid? Hey, Mikey Fat Ass. What?
Oh, he has so many nice things to say about everybody. Oh, man.
I realized early on that Gene had been taught to value and appreciate money.
Jesus Christ, Paul. God, fucking brutal.
Dude, he had daggers in that book. Daggers.
You know what we could do? You know what we should do? Let's do an AI Paul Stanley interview where we ask him questions, and those are the responses, so people will think we're really interviewing him.
Oh, God, please don't do this.
See? There you go.
But this would be my favorite.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, man. Well, all right, Paul, if you say so.
I have a 9-inch dick.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, Tom, where can people find us?
Always go to our website, shoutitoutloudcast.com, the newly refreshed website. That's where you can find everything for Shout It Out Loudcast, Album Review Crew, Dome Damage, Zeppelin Chronicles, everything. You can comment directly there. Check out all the links to all our amazing guests, links to all of our social media. And we are in the process, a little teaser this week. We're in the process of updating a whole new merch page with everything that you could ever imagine with Shout It Out Loudcast on it. So trust me, this should be ready in time for the holidays. Woo! It's going to be awesome. We'll let you know when it's live. So please, our website's the one-stop shopping for everything there. And, of course, our email address, shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. If you want your question of the week read, we do one every week, just like we did. Please continue sending those. Email's the best way, but you want to send us a DM or whatever, go for it. And we always like to say, We're a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network of shows.
Yeah, and as Tom said, we got to thank our Hall of Fame buddy Jeff Trott for doing all the hard work on our merch page and everything like that.
Guess who's back in the motherfucking house with a fat dick for your motherfucking mouth?
Thank you, Jeff.
He must be so proud that is his tag music.
Of course. You can DM us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, motherfucker. Check out our Spotify playlist where you check out the profile and you can see some of our lists that we put together for your enjoyment as the fan. And you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel.
YouTube.
And give us one of those 5-star child reviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you can. And keep giving us those 5-star reviews. We celebrated the 1-year anniversary of Raise Your Glasses on Amazon.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, so go there, give us 5 stars. Book's still selling well, and get ready for book number 2 will be out shortly. And those that helped a little bit with our little project we got going, congratulations, you'll be part of the book. So Thank you for that. And we'll give you a little bit more details on that as we keep going along. But thank you, guys, and thank you for all the support. And the best way to support us is become a Patreon member and go visit our website, shoutitoutloudcast.com. What I always like to do is end on famous last words. Do you have any?
Always. Well, it's a strange way, the way you look at me. And it's a hard time you been giving me.
Want it. You can have it. Come and take it. I don't need it. Oh, brutal.
Yikes.
That's from It Never Goes Away, the opening lines.
God, such a terrible song.
Pew!
Yeah, really bad.
Loudcasters, Tom, Kiss Army, thank you.
Loudcasters, you're the best. Thank you so much. Special shout out, as always, to our Patreon. You guys rock. Zeus, as always, my friend. Thank you.
Peace out, Girl Scout. Hit the music. What I'd like now is for all you fat, out of shape, worldwide kiss-tards to keep the noise down while I show your ladies what a real sexy man looks like.
Listen, all you people out there sitting on rented furniture, settle down.
Cut the music. Anybody seen Richie? Anybody know why Richie did Bobby Lupo?